now here in the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Howell Central Spartans, coached by Haley Lee and Julie Grant. At forward, junior, number 12, Johnny Curry. At guard, junior, number 15, Lauren Ebert. At forward, number 21, senior, Hannah Kern. At guard, number 32, Michelle Sitting. At guard, number 32, sophomore, Aurelia Culver. The starting lineup for the Howell North Knights. At guard, 5'10", senior, number 5, Gabby Delarue. At guard, 5'7", junior, number 32, Brett Scott. At guard, 5'9", senior, number 14, Grace Stevenson. Also at guard, number 5'11", freshman, number 20, Isabel Delarue. And in center, a 6-foot junior, number 42, Hannah Wilson. The Knights are coached by Mr. Jamal Thompson and Dawn Vaughn.
The lead settings, remember, we put all these settings on something once. Something said, something settings turned up. What was it? Well, why are these different? You see what I'm saying? Put the cams that were switched down. It's something.
Hello and welcome to tonight's varsity girls basketball game between the Francis Howell North Knights and the Francis Howell Central Spartans. My name is Dominic Kosher. I'll be bringing you tonight's action along with Gavin Anderson. Gavin, both these teams are off to quite opposite starts to the season, as the Knights are 0-3 while the Spartans are 4-1. What has been one of the keys to the Spartans' success this year has been their defense. They've allowed the least amount of points per game in the conference, while the Knights have allowed or have scored the least amount of points. But going to tonight's game, signaler is one of the biggest benefits for the Knights is their height.
Yeah, Dominic, Francis Howell North has 3 players over 6 feet tall, as Francis Howell Central has no players over 6 feet tall. So North has the height advantage over Central, and that is really good for rebounds and layups, and basically points in the paint, as, you know, is really key to winning games.
Exactly, Gavin. With that height advantage, the Knights should be able to dominate the paint game in terms of rebounds and, as you mentioned, inside scoring. 0-0 so far through the first minute of the game as Hannah Wilson goes up. Looks like it'll be a foul called against this. Looks like the Knights. It'll be possession for the Spartans. Some of the key players on the Spartans team to watch include number 21 Hannah Current and number 12 Yanni Curry. Current's average 8.2 points per game, while Curry has averaged 12.4, the most on the team. From the corner, the shot goes in, and the first points of the game have been scored by number 15, Lauren Ebert. LeBaron hits it from the corner. It's a three-pointer, and it's a 3-0 Spartans. Ebert is the second leading scorer on the Spartans, averaging 11.8 points per game. Grace Stevenson finds Isabella Delarue out wide, and her three-pointer goes in and out, and the rebound is taken in by Azaria Holbert. Here's Azaria Holbert here, and she is fouled. Possession now for the Spartans. Ball comes in, and it's in again by Lauren Ebert. Her second three-pointer in the last 20 seconds. All 6 points so far have been scored by Ebert. Here's Stevenson. Stevenson wide open from three, looks for another option. Finds Hannah Wilson. Wilson weighs her options and finds Isabella Delarue. Attempts the three from the same spot, but it has the similar success to the first time, and as that goes out of bounds, possession for the Spartans. Ball played out wide to Everett. Everett almost turns it over to Maddie Stock, but there was a foul called, and the Spartans will retain possession. Driving to the hoop is number 12 for the Spartans. He passes it out wide to Azaria, and the rebound is gained by Mackenzie Schneiderlin. That ball is tipped out of play there by Isabella Delarue, who timed the pass perfectly, but it will still be the Spartans' ball as we have 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 6-0 Spartans. Nice spin move there by Azaria Holbert, and she drives in and one. What a move there by number 33. Holbert's averaging 5.4 points a game, and she'll get close to that total here on this drive as she made the layup with a beautiful spin move on Maddie Stock, and she heads to the line to try to make it a 9-point game. That goes in and out, and Grace Stevenson got the rebound for the Knights, and she gains possession here right around midcourt. That pass is knocked away there by Holbert. Holbert on the counter comes in, and the ball is put in there by number 12, Yanni Curry, the leading scorer for the Spartans. And a timeout is called by the Lady Knights as they trail 10-0 here with 4 minutes and 21 seconds. A slow start for the Lady Knights in their first home game of the season. Alright, so Gavin, this is the first home game of the season for the Knights. How could they possibly play that to their advantage here on this Friday night game?
Well, Dominic, like you said, it is their first home game, so that just gives them extra motivation to win their first game at home in front of the home crowd.
And that home crowd you mentioned, Gavin, it is a packed house here in the Friends Down Norwood gym. There are people piling in as we speak, and it should be a really fun night here at Howell North. As we mentioned, that the girls basketball game is to be played right before the Varsity boys basketball game too, which is also against the Howell Central Spartans, so stick around for that live stream as well. Bringing the ball back in play is number 20, Isabella Delarue. Stock tried to pass it back to Delarue, but that pass was intercepted for a second by the Spartans, but ended up being kicked, and that's a violation, and the ball will retain with the Spartans. The Knights, rather. Here's Hannah Wilson on the counter, trying to find Maddie Stock, but that's a turnover. Here come the Spartans on a 3-on-3. Yanni Curry triple team there, and she tries to regain possession, but the Knights get it, and here's a one-on-one for Maddie Stock. Maddie Stock goes in, that is blocked, but it looks like it'll be a foul called, and it'll be 2 free throw attempts here for the Knights. Knights have struggled so far offensively in the opening 3 minutes of the game, haven't been able to register anything offensively, so a trip to the free throw line could be a massive help to their chances. First one is no good for Stock. She attempts her second free throw of the game. That one goes in, and the first point has been scored by the Knights with 3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. It is now 10-1 as number 33, Azaria Holbert, comes on the possession for the Spartans. That's Curry. This layup is good, and it is now 4 points for her, 12-1 in favor of the Spartans. Here's Gabby Delarue. Passes it to Isabel Delarue, and she's got Grace Stevenson wide open, but she attempts a shot on her own. That falls short, and the rebound is gathered by the Spartans, and a foul called against Hannah Wilson and the Knights. With 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining, the ball will be favored in favor of the Spartans. Coming on for the Knights in their first substitution of the game is number 24, Corinne Stevens. Coming on for Hannah Wilson is Patty O'Leary. Azaria Holbert with the ball now. She tries to get over Patty O'Leary, but she's unable to do, but she gets her own rebound. Here's number 15 and finds number 21. That shot is good there by number 21, Hannah Current, the third leading scorer on the Spartans, averaging 8.2 points a game, as we mentioned earlier. And that's a turnover by Gabby Delarue. On the counter comes Curry, and Curry's layup is good, already at 6 points with 3 minutes remaining, and another timeout has been called by the Lady Knights. Yanni Curry showed up tonight for this Francis Howell Central Spartans team with already having 6 points in the opening 4 minutes of the game. With 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, the score is 16-1 in favor of the Francis Howell Central Spartans. Alright, as Knights trail 16-1 here, Gavin, what do they need to do in order to capitalize on the few mistakes that the Spartans have made?
Dominic, they really need to limit their turnovers, as they've had quite a few turnovers here in this game, as that is another turnover. And what they really need to do is capitalize, in the paint on their shots, as that is missed by Patty O'Leary and rebounded, and that's another steal. But yeah, in order for them to start scoring, they really need to limit their turnovers and just, capitalize on scoring opportunities.
Foul called against junior Patty O'Leary as the Spartans will head to the line. As you mentioned, Gavin, the Knights really need to turn these turnovers down a little bit. They've been turning over the ball almost every possession, and that is no recipe to success if they want to try and get their first win of the season here in their first home game of the season. At the line is number 33, Azaria Holbert, and her first one is good. Checking in for the Lady Knights is number 12, senior Katie Richardson, who comes on for Isabella Delarue. The second free throw is no good as Corinne Stevens uses her height to get the rebound. Here comes Gabby Delarue. Puts a move on Yanni Curry, and here's Stevens. Weighing her options, finds Maddie Stock on the opposite side of the court. Back across to Stevens. Delarue plays it inside to Richardson, who is blocked there by the Spartans and a foul called against Gabby Delarue and the Knights. The score is 17-1 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Yanni Curry puts a move on Corinne Stevens, and she tries to get over Patty Leary but misses the layup, and that ball will go out off of a Lady Knight, and it'll be possession in favor of the Spartans. Coming back on for the Knights is number 14, Grace Stevenson, for Gabby Delarue. Curry gets it from number 21, Hannah Kern. Curry drives and finds number 32. Curry with it now, plays it back to Mackenzie Schneiderling. And a travel is called there against the Spartans. One of their rare mistakes so far this game, and possession will go in the Knights. They have to take advantage. As you mentioned earlier, Gavin, they have not been able to take advantage of any of the Spartans' mistakes so far, the few that have happened. They need to turn around and make something happen here and get on the board and get to double digits. Well, more than one, that is. Trying to play it in for Katie Richardson, but it's another turnover, but it looks like Curry's having trouble possessing the ball. But it makes no difference as she's heading back to the line after the made layup. It is now her 8th point of the game, and she has a chance to make it 9. The score is 19-1 with 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining. Coach Jamal Thompson gives instructions to senior Grace Stevenson right by the sideline as they're trying to get something orchestrated to try to stop this Spartans offense. Now 9 points for Yanni Curry. Yanni Curry's averaging 12 points per game so far, and she's already at 9. 3 more away from tying her total. Here's Corinne Stevens, who's double teamed, but she finds Katie Richardson. Richardson tries to get a defender to get off the offensive player, and that shot is off the rim, but the rebound is gathered by Corinne. And the Knights, you guessed it, lost another turnover. And here are the Spartans, and that shot is banked on in by number 23, Ashley Rowland. 50 seconds remaining here in the quarter as Corinne Stevens takes possession, looking for Maddie Stock right around the mid-half line of the court. Back to Stevens. Stevens plays it in for Patty O'Leary, but that is knocked away by number 25. That is Alaria Alderson. 39 seconds now remaining. The Knights to inbound with Katie Richardson. Richardson looking for the size advantage, finds Patty O'Leary. O'Leary finds Grace Stevenson, and there it is. Knights make their first field goal of the game. Grace Stevenson gets them to 3 points. Now 30 seconds remaining with Yanni Curry taking possession for the Spartans. Excuse me, that's not Yanni Curry, but Azaria Holder. With 13 seconds left, the Knights put pressure on the Spartans right around the corner. Now the ball goes to number 23, playing it in, and the Knights are still unable to gain possession. Patty O'Leary can't make the move, and the rebound is gathered by Maddie Stock, and that is the end of a lopsided first quarter in the Knights' first long game of the season. The Spartans are up big on the Knights, 22-3, here at the end of the first quarter of action. Once again, my name is Dominic Osher, along with Gavin Anderson, bringing you tonight's action here on FHNtoday.com/live and FHN Game Day. Alright, and nearly upon us, Gavin, what did you see in that first half, or first quarter rather, on either side of the ball?
Well, Dominic, really the Knights just turned over the ball way too many times. maybe hold on to the ball a little bit longer, because just passing the ball, that's when we're seeing most of our turnovers. Either that or pass it to somebody else. And really just, shots not being made. We need to really focus on, making shots, making better shooting decisions going on into the game.
Exactly right, Gavin. The Knights really need to get these passes down and try to get more organized in their passing, or it could be a really long night for the Lady Knights. Maddie Stock plays in for Creighton Stevens, and that is going to be the Knights' ball. But that is another risky pass, and they've been doing this all night so far. And once again, they're not being organized with those passes, and they need to really try to cut those down. Richardson with it now as she finds number 32. Now Richardson has it again, plays it all the way across to Maddie Stock. Richardson plays it in for Patty O'Leary. O'Leary takes outside, and that layup is good. Patty O'Leary's first 2 points of the game is now 22-5 Spartans. Heading back to the line are the Spartans, and is once again number 33, Azaria Holbert. Responsible for the foul was junior Maddie Stock for the Knights. First one is no good as Patty O'Leary gets the rebound for the Lady Knights, and here comes Maddie Stock on the counter. She finds Katie Richardson. Richardson plays it in just high for senior Grace Stevenson. Here come the Spartans. That's Holbert, and Holbert's layup is good. 24-5 now with 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Maddie Stock finds Katie Richardson. Switches play back to Stock. Wide open from the three-point line was Richardson. She plays it in. What a pass there to Patty O'Leary. And a foul called against the Spartans. Really good work there by the Knights as Katie Richardson was able to put a pin-perfect pass to Patty O'Leary. Coming out of the timeout, the Knights are trailing by 19 points, rather. My math is incorrect there. And they will take possession right on the Spartan side of the court. And it looks like that is Maddie Stock getting ready to inbound it. Stock turns it over on the inbound looking for Gabby Delarue. But great job there by Isabella Delarue to turn the ball over immediately back. And that is a possession in favor of the Lady Knights. Ball played to Maddie Stock. Stock finds an open. Gabby Delarue attempts a shot, and that is good from distance. Gabby Delarue hits the first three-pointer of the night so far for the Lady Knights as they are now down 24-8. And the Spartans respawn immediately after that with Lauren Ebert's three-pointer, now 27-8.
Yeah, as Gabby Delarue just made that last shot, as Patty O'Leary makes it for two. But with a major key here to winning this game is having Gabby Delarue and Isabel Delarue, who are leading the team in points, score more points in this game.
And that three-pointer is good from number 33, Azaria Holbert. It's now a 20-point game, 30-10, with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Gavin, you mentioned Delarue's, who have been the top offensive players so far this season for the Knights. Gabby Delarue averaging 9 points per game, while Isabella is averaging 10. Now 32-10 after another turnover by the Knights. Delarue plays the ball in for Petty O'Leary, who finds Curtin Stevens. Stevens from wide open makes a shot. Now 12 points for FHN. They've already scored 10 more points than they did in the first quarter, now at 12. A big rebound offensively for this Knights team, but they need to start playing a little bit better defense, as they've struggled so far here in the second quarter on that side of the ball. That shot is no good by Holbert, and the rebound is gathered by Corinne Stevens. Less than 5 minutes now remaining here in the first half, as Maddie Stock has possession for FHN and plays it out wide to Gabby Delarue. Isabella Delarue plays it to Gabby, and Gabby's layup is good. The Delarue are starting to heat up now as it's 32-14. Yanni Curry now against Gabby Delarue. She plays it out wide, looking for Everett, but that pass goes out of bounds. Possession now in favor of the Francis Howell North Knights. Checking in for the Knights was senior Katie Richardson. Richardson finds Corinne Stevens, looking for Patty O'Leary, but weighs her other options. Plays it back to Richardson. Isabella beats 3 defenders and gets fouled and is heading to the line. What a move there by Isabella Delarue to get out of what looked like an impossible situation with 3 defenders around her and still make something out of it. First free throw attempt so far for Isabella Delarue falls short off the rim. We'll have her second attempt now. And that one is good as Delarue makes it 32-15 in favor of the Spartans. Yanni Curry with it now, once again going against Gabby Delarue. That's number 23, Ashley Roland with the screen. That ball goes out of play, and now looks like the Spartans are starting to feel a little bit of jitters as they keep turning the ball over. 32-15 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining here in the first half, as the Knights will have possession with Gabby Delarue and Katie Richardson, but a timeout called by Francis Howell Central with just under 4 minutes to play. The Knights trail by 17. Alright, Gavin, as we come out of this timeout break, the Knights have been looking so much stronger on the offensive side of the ball than they did in the first quarter. Why do you think that is, and what have they done well here in the second quarter?
Well, Dom, they've attacked more on offense, limiting their turnovers, making, the points that they need, not missing too many shots, and on defense, they're putting more pressure on Central's offense, which is a key for Central not scoring too many points.
That pressure has led to a couple of Central turnovers in the last couple of possessions. We'll see if they can keep that up here in the waning minutes of the first half. Richardson finds Petty O'Leary, great pass there, and O'Leary's layup is no good, unable to get the rebound as number 21, Hannah Kern, beats her for it, and here comes Yanni Curry for the Spartans. Curry drives, but weighs her options. Curry defended by Gabby Delarue. Curry drives on Delarue, and that shot is no good. Great defense there by the Knights. Now under 3 minutes remaining as they limit the Spartans to nothing on that possession. Here comes Yanni Curry as the Knights made nothing of their last possession. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining as senior Grace Stevenson prepares to come back on for the Knights. That shot is no good there by number 21, Hannah Current. Good rebound there by Isabella Delarue. She finds Gabby Delarue. Delarue tries to spin and finds Current Stevens. Senior Katie Richardson fakes a pass to Corinne Stevens and gives it to Delarue. Attempts a long three, and that one is good. Gabby Delarue continues her hot second quarter, and it is now 32-18. Here's Yanni Curry, plays it all the way out wide, but Curry's a little bit slow to get up as she goes out of bounds. Another turnover there by the Spartans, and here comes Katie Richardson. Under 2 minutes now remaining here in the first half. Gabby Delarue with it now, plays Corinne Stevens. Stevens looking for a lane and gives it to Gabby Delarue, who tries another deep three, this time no good. That ball is going to be a foul called against the Lady Knights and a possession in favor of the Francis Howell Spartans. That foul was called against center Patty O'Leary. And the Spartans will be heading to the free throw line here with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ashley Rowland at the line for the Spartans, and that one is good. Now 33-18 in favor of the visitors. Rowland's second attempt is good. 34-18 with a minute and 25 seconds now remaining. Here's Gabby Delarue, who finds a wide open Grace Stevenson. One Delarue to another, puts a move on. That looked like a foul, but it looks like it was all ball, and that was Yanni Curry on the block. Curry headed into the paint, and she puts a nifty move there on the defender for the Knights. Now a minute and 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Knights trail 36-18. And that is a turnover by Isabella Delarue looking for Corinne Stevens, who was wide open, who would have had an easy layup, but the pass was mistimed, and the ball will remain in favor of the Francis Howell Central Spartans.
.50 seconds left as the Francis Howell Central Spartans are leading 36-18 over the Francis Howell North Knights.
Katie Richardson defending number 23, Ashley Rowland. Plays it in for Yanni Curry, and here is number 33. And that shot is what looked to be blocked, but it's a foul call against Corinne Stevens. And heading to the line is Azaria Holbert with 31 seconds now remaining here in the first half. First attempt by Holbert is good, 37-18 now. .20 lead now as Holbert made both of her free throws. Here's Gabby Delarue, finds Isabella Delarue. She drives in on a couple of defenders and misses the layup. Rebound gathered by number 32, Mackenzie Schneiderlin. 15 seconds now remaining as what a pass there by Yanni Curry, wide open was number 33, but here's Curry again. 9 seconds now remaining. Move there by number 33, and there's a foul called against what looks to be the Knights, and that'll send the Spartans to the line yet again due to bonus. 2 seconds remaining, and Azaria Holbert's going back to the line for the second time in the last minute. First attempt's good by Holbert, 39-18 now. Knights will look for a quick inbound and probably a full court shot to try to get the buzzer beater, but it's not likely. But Christmas is in a week, and there might be a Christmas miracle on the way. And the shot is, it's a little bit short by Katie Richardson, and that is the end of the first half as the Lady Knights trail 40-18 here at the end of the first half. Before we head to the break, Gavin, what did you see in that first half from either of the two teams on the court?
Well, Dom, I saw the North Knights really fight there at the end. All during the second quarter, we're fighting, scoring points, and we're going to bring Gabby Delarue into this as she has made 2 threes, and with making those 2 threes, she is now the team leader in points so far this season.
You're exactly right yet again, Gavin, and if the Knights can get Gabby Delarue more involved in this offense as they did in the second quarter, their offense can stay hot and put some pressure on this really stout Spartans defense. Once again, this is Dominic Kosher here with Gavin Anderson bringing you tonight's action here on FHN Today. The score at the end of the first half is 40-18 in favor of the 4-1 Howell Central Spartans. And welcome to the second half of tonight's varsity girls basketball game between the Francis Howell North Knights and the Francis Howell Central Spartans. My name is Dominic Osher, and I am here by Gavin Anderson bringing you tonight's action here on FHN Today. The Knights go into the second half trailing by 22 points rather, as they are down 40 to 18. Gavin, the Knights offense really started going in the second quarter, but not really in the first quarter. What do you think they need to do better on and here in the second half?
Well, Dominic, they really need to improve their defense in the paint. They're letting too many scoring opportunities happen in the paint, as that is another turnover. But really, what they need to do is they need to do better blocking in the paint and not, let good scoring opportunities go by the wayside.
To go along with that, the Knights let a barrage of three-pointers go in at the end of that half. They need to cut those down, as well as the turnovers that they've already had two of. Make that three here in the opening minute of the second half. They're giving out turnovers like they're giving out Christmas gifts. But so far, the Knights have been unable to give up any points as the score remains 40 to 18. Number 33 is Zaria Holbert, one of the top scorers so far tonight for the Spartans. Finds number 21, Hannah Current. Getting the ball is Yanni Curry. With it now is Current. Current almost loses possession, but gives it to number 15, Lauren Ebert, who made a couple of threes in that first half. That shot is blocked there by junior Hannah Wilson. Using her height to her advantage there as they try to get something going in the paint, the Spartans, but they weren't unable to do so. Here's Hannah Wilson now, finds a perfect pass there to Isabel Delrue, and the first points of the second half have been scored by the Howell North Knights. 40 to 20 now in favor of Howell Central. Curry plays it to number 15, Lauren Ebert. Here's Curry again. Curry going against senior Grace Stevenson. Curry drives looking for the layup, and that is no good and blocked again by the Lady Knights, their second block here in the second half. Grace Stevenson takes possession for FHN going against Yanni Curry. Wide open to her left is Maddie Stock. We'll see if she can get the ball. No, it's Hannah Wilson. Now it's Stock. Switches the court again, and that goes out of play, almost into the trash can. And it's possession in favor of the Spartans. Inbounding the ball is Mackenzie Scheiderlin. Holbert taking on junior Maddie Stock. Here's Hannah Wilson now defending the point guard. Ball played in for Yanni Curry. Curry tries to go up and is fouled on the way. And it'll be possession in favor of the Spartans as they head to the line. As they try to inbound the ball. She finds Yanni Curry. Curry plays out wide. Looking for, that is number 32 once again, Mackenzie Scheiderling, but that goes out of play. Turnover on the Spartans. They've been unable to score here in the opening 2 minutes of the second half, and they call a timeout due to those offensive struggles. With 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, the Knights trail 40 to 20.
All right, Dominic, as we're in the timeout, the Knights have been, doing pretty well the second half. What have you seen so far in this second half that they've improved on from the first half?
The area of the game they've done much better on here in this half, Gavin, is their defense, as you mentioned at the beginning of the half. They've been doing exactly what you said earlier in the game, using their height and size differences to their advantage, as the Spartans have been unable to get anything registered in the paint, either layup-wise or anything else, getting rebounds and blocks. Here's Stevens now giving out the stock, and that pass intended for Isabel Del Rio goes off her hands into possession of the Spartans. Here's Yanni Curry. Curry's two-footer is no good, and here comes Isabella Del Rio. Del Rio finds Maddie Stock, and Stock drives in and lays it in. Now 40-22, 18-point game. Holbert drops Maddie Stock, and here she comes on the counter. Finds a wide-open Schneiderlin. Here's Holbert again. Holbert finds Schneiderling, who's driving on Isabel Del Rio, finds Yanni Curry. Curry drives in, puts a move, and gets past Grace Stevenson, and makes it, once again, a 20-point game. Stock plays it to Corinne Stevens. Stevens now finds Hannah Wilson, who's defended by number 15, Kelbert. That shot is no good by Maddie Stock, and the rebound gathered by the Spartans, and here is number 33, rather, Holbert. Holbert drives in on Hannah Wilson. That layup is no good. Good defense there by Wilson, but the rebound is gained by Francis Howell Central, and they are heading for another possession as the foul is called against Howell North. Checking back in for the Knights is senior Katie Richardson as Yanni Curry finds a wide open lane and hits the two-pointer. 44-22 in favor of Francis Howell Central. Here's Gabby Delleru. Delleru finds Corinne Stevens, who goes for three, and that is no good, but the rebound's gathered by Katie Richardson, who was looking for Isabella Delleru. And it finally finds a way. It looks like it'll be a possession in favor of FHN.
Gabby Delleru makes the deep three.
At the end of the first half, Gavin, you talked about how Gabby Delleru was starting to heat up for the Knights, and here she is again for FHN, hitting her first three in the second half. She hit a pair of threes in the first half.
That's right, Dominic. Like I said earlier, Gabby Delleru is now the team leader in points, so if you get her the ball, you know, get more scoring opportunities, the Knights might have a shot at winning this game.
Wide open was Yanni Curry, defended by Gabby Delleru, finds a wide open Scheiderling, and that three is good. And a couple times during that first half, the Spartans were able to respond to a Knights three with a three of their own, and they did it here again. It's 47-25 in favor of the Howell Central Spartans. Great pass there by Corinne Stevens. Hannah Wilson, wide open, hits the jumper. 20-point game. Now with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Isabella Rue gets the ball for FHN, and it looks like it'll be a possession in favor of Howell North. Great play there by the freshman Isabella Del Rue to gain possession for Francis Howell North. Here's Stevens. Stevens plays a great ball in there for Isabella Del Rue, and that pass intended for Hannah Wilson goes out of play with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Charlene inballs the ball to number 12, Yanni Curry. Trying to set the screen with Charlene, but she moves off of that and has possession against Isabella Delleru. Looking for Yanni Curry. Here comes Gabby Delleru, and she misses the breakaway layup, but it looks like Isabella Delleru is able to get the rebound. Here's Hannah Wilson now and finds Katie Richardson. Good job by the Knights to make amends for that mistake. Here's Gabby Delleru. Delarue finds Curran Stevens. Stevens puts a move on her defender and plays it out wide for Katie Richardson. Here's Wilson now. Wilson switches the court, finds a wide open Gabby Delarue, who sinks a three, makes up for that missed two-pointer by making it one more and making it a three. Timeout call by the Howell North Knights. A great way to go into the little break. 47-30 with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
As there is 1:13 left to play, Howell Central Spartans 47, Howell North 30, trailing by 17, which is the least amount of points that the North Knights have been trailing all game. It is looking very well this half of the game.
Here's Holbert. Holbert defended by Katie Richardson, gets right by her. But she's double teamed by Wilson and Richardson. Now takes it all the way out. 57 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Floats right by her defender, and she has possession for the last, what felt like 20 seconds. And that will be a possession now for the Spartans after the foul. 49 seconds remaining in the quarter. Rebound there by Gabby Delarue. Now 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. She's knocked down by Curry. Here's Isabella Delarue. They're running out of time here. They need to get the ball across midcourt. They just do, and barely in time. Here's Isabella Delarue's blocked there by number 15, Lauren Hebert. And Hannah Wilson there tries to get possession from the Spartans, but instead it's a foul, and Howell Central will have the ball with 28 seconds remaining here in the half. In the third quarter, rather. Turnover there forced by Katie Richardson. No. That was Holbert able to gain possession back for the Central Spartans. And she tries for the layup, but that goes out of play off of a Knights defender. 15 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Cover plays it in for number 21, Hannah Current. That is no good. Trying to keep it in was the Howell Central Spartans, but now with 5 seconds remaining, here comes Katie Richardson. 3 seconds. 1. Gabby Delarue's shot off the rim. The buzzer beater is no good, and the Knights go into the fourth quarter, trailing by 17 to the Howell Central Spartans. The score is 47-30. Once again, my name is Dominic Kosher, here with Gavin Anderson, bringing you tonight's action here on FHN Today. Also, if you're watching the stream and are on your way to the Varsity boys game tonight, just outside the Howell North Gym, the Quill Scroll and the Journalism program of FHN is conducting a coat drive for students at the Nahed Chapman New American Academy in St. Louis. If you're unable to come out tonight, you can also come out next week by Thursday and help out by dropping off a coat in the attendance office or in the journalism room, which is room number 105. You can do this by Thursday of next week if you're interested. And the fourth quarter is now underway here in Friday night girls basketball action. Here comes Curry. Curry's layup is uncontested and good for the Spartans, as Gabby Delrue did not want to risk fouling the point guard. Delrue finds Katie Richardson. Richardson defended by Curry. Plays it in for Isabella Delrue, who finds Katie Richardson out wide. Attempts the jumper, and that is no good. Rebound gathered by Hannah Current. Yanni Curry waiting for a teammate to help, and number 15, Lauren Ebert, is there for the assistance. Ebert's shot is a wide open jumper there. Early Christmas gift there for the Spartans, 51-30. Delrue finds a perfect pass to Corinne Stevens, who tries the over-the-bag layup, but it is no good. 21, Hannah Current gets the rebound. She's been really dominant force in the paint so far this second half, getting a couple of rebounds now here in the third and fourth quarters. The three is no good, an air ball there by Ebert, and here comes Isabella Delrue and the Knights. Delrue finds Corinne Stevens. Stevens attempts the two-pointer, and that is no good, but a rebound there by the Knights is grabbed away there by Current. Ebert's pass intended for Current, looks like, is intercepted by Gabby Delrue. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the game. Hannah Wilson had a size mismatch there, but plays it over all the way across the court now to Corinne Stevens. Here's Isabella Delrue, and that layup is good, and headed to the line for one more. The and one conversion would put the Knights at a 51-33 deficit. We'll see if she's able to convert. Checking in for the Knights is a pair of juniors in Maddie Stock and Patty O'Leary. Isabella Delrue's free throw attempt is no good, and now with 6 minutes remaining, here come the Spartans with Holbert. Holbert puts a spin move and a screen set by her offensive player, and that shot is good. The screen was set by Aria Lynch, getting her first playing time of tonight's game. Mary Stock directs her players, and with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, she finds Gabby Delrue. Stock thought about taking that three, but she does not. And here's Patty O'Leary, who misses the layup. But Gabby Delrue was able to get the rebound and put it in for FHN, 53-34, with 5 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Holbert was double teamed, but still was able to get rid of it. Finds Scheiderlin. Holbert driving on Maddie Stock and has a wide open look, but passes it up. And here's Ebert. Ebert defended by Patty O'Leary. Intended for the steal was Isabel Delrue, who risked a wide open Spartan, but that pass is intercepted by the Knights, and a jump ball is called by the ref. Our first of the game, as Maddie Stock will be attempting it with what looks to be Zaria Holbert. The ref signaled for a jump ball, but it looks like the other ref overruled that decision, and with 4 minutes and 58 seconds remaining, it'll be a possession in favor of the Francis Howell Central Spartans. Everett attempts the three, and that is no good, and the Knights are unable to get the rebounds. Both the Delrues were there, but it looks like it takes a deflection off of Spartan anyway, and the possession is in favor of Francis Howell Central Francis Howell North Knights. Here's Gabby Delrue. Fakes the pass, now finds Maddie Stock. Plays it in for Isabella Delrue, who's unable to gain possession for FHN. Here comes Howell Central with 4 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining. Ebert defended by senior Grace Stevens, who just checked back into the game. Ashley Roland with the now and gives it to number 21, Kern. Current with it again, attempts the shot against Patty O'Leary, and that is no good. Good defense there by O'Leary. Knights are able to get the rebound there, and they will gain possession with 4 minutes now remaining. Mary Stock takes it across midcourt and gives it to Gabby Delarue. Delarue puts a great move there on the defender and misses the layup, but gets her own rebound, and that one falls short as well. But here's Patty O'Leary, and that's unable to go in. It looks like it'll be possession for the Knights. They got a couple of rebounds there, but we're unable to capitalize. But it looks like the Spartans, who almost had the rebound, knocked it out of play. And with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, Knights will have possession with Maddie Stock, who plays it in for Isabel Delarue. That's a risky pass, but Delarue is able to get it, and she plays it off of Francis Howell Central Spartan. A risky move there, but it worked out. And with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, Isabel Delarue will be inbounding the ball to what looks like Maddie Stock. Both teams have 2 fouls to give, which means they are 2 fouls away from going into bonus, which is a direct trip to the free throw line for the other team. Gabby Delarue gets the rebound and makes it in. She's done this all night. She's been a force in the paint, getting rebounds left and right, and able to capitalize on majority of them on the second chance effort. Foul call against Delarue and the Knights. Inbounding the ball is Curry. Everett with it now, defended by Maddie Stock, and she steals it away. Wide open layup here on the fast break, and that one is good. 53-38 now with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. We'll see the Knights can pull off a Christmas miracle of a comeback here in the winding minutes of this game. Current plays it to number 23, Ashley Rowland. The layup attempted is no good, and that is rebounded by Rowland, and that one is no good. And here goes Maddie Stock. Stock puts a move on Curry, and now puts another move on her. Here's Gabby Delarue. Delarue plays it to Stock, who attempts a long three, and that is off the rim and no good. But the Knights are able to gain possession, it looks like. No, they got the rebound, but they went out of bounds. It's possession now for the Spartans with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in tonight's game. Everett with it now. And here's Rowland. Defended heavily by Isabel Delarue was Curry, but she gets it anyway. Now just 2 minutes remaining here in the game. Time running out for the Knights to make this comeback. Curry lays it off to Rowland, who attempts the wide open jumper, and that is good. 55-38 now with 1:50 left on the clock. Here's Stock. Stock almost lost possession there, but regained it. Dillard plays it out wide to wide open Grace Stevenson. That shot is good. No doubt about it. 55-41 as a timeout is called by Francis Howell North. 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining. It's a 14-point game. With just over 90 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, Gavin, what do the Knights need to do to try to stage this miraculous comeback?
Well, Dom, they're going to need to have a fast break offense, get down the court, score, do anything they can to turn over the ball, get ball possession, and, just continue to drive down the court, make the necessary shots that they need, if possible, some threes, but other than that, just get it down the court and make as many shots as you can with the amount of time that you have left.
Going for fast breaks and turnovers is a risky business, Gavin, but they want to try to get this comeback in the really short amount of time they have. They have to force turnovers in the first couple seconds of each Spartans possession. Everett plays it to number 21. That was Hannah Curran, whose pass intended for Lynch was incomplete, and it's possession now for the Knights. Here's Maddie Stock, a minute and 20 now remaining. The Knights need to hurry up. Here's Patty O'Leary. O'Leary's layup is no good. The rebound is gathered by Grace Stevenson. She wins possession for the Knights. Crucial rebound there by the senior. It was looking like a nice possession, but I was wrong. It's a Spartans possession instead. Minute and 15 now remaining. Here's Curry with Knights trailing by 14. Good defense there by the Knights as Delarue forces a turnover, and it's a possession now for the Knights. Huge turnover there by Maddie Stock and Isabella Delarue.
As there's 1 minute 7 seconds left to play, the Spartans 55, Knights 41.
Stock plays the risky ball to Isabella Delarue, but has the size advantage here on Lynch. She fumbles the ball. Looks like there's a foul called on the play. So with a minute and 30 seconds remaining, Knights will retain possession. Stock has Gabby Delarue open, but she finds Isabella Delarue. Here's Gabby. Gabby switches the court to Grace Stevenson. Stevenson going against Holbert. It's Hannah Wilson who gets the ball and lays it in. Great spin move there by junior Hannah Wilson. Under 50 seconds now remaining as the Spartans have the ball with Everett. Everett finds a wide open Holbert. Here's Everett again, wide open from three, but decides to take some time out the clock instead of taking the open three. Here's Curry. 35 seconds now remaining. Foul called there against the Knights. That was called against number 5, Gabby Delarue, her third on the night. Here's Everett. Current plays it back to Everett. And yet another foul called against the Knights and senior Grace Stevenson. 26 minutes remaining as the Knights are down by 12 here in their first home game of the 2017-2018 season. Set to inbound the ball there for the Spartans is number 35, Ariel Lynch. Good play there by Gabby Delarue, and here's Isabella Delarue, but looks like we'll have to wait here on the ref's decision. It'll be Spartans possession now with 22 seconds remaining. Lynch was able to force a foul there against Gabby Delarue and the Lady Knights, who will be inbounding the ball yet again. 20 seconds now remaining. Aggressive play there by Maddie Stock, but it goes to no avail. Another foul call against the Knights. With just under 20 seconds remaining, Zaria Holbert will go to the line to try to put this game officially out of reach. The first one is good. 56 points on the night for the Spartans. Second one is no good, but Curran is able to get the rebound, a deflating rebound there for the Lady Knights. And with 15 seconds remaining, the Spartans are heading back to the free throw line. And this game is starting to look as close to over as you're going to get. Curran's first free throw attempt is good. The second is good by Current, and with 58 points tonight for the Spartans, that is their most in a single game this season, being their second high, 57, back on December 1st. Here's Isabel Del Rue, and she just loses possession there with 9 seconds remaining, and the Spartans will have the ball to put a nail in the coffin of tonight's game. Foul call against the Knights with just under 5 seconds remaining. With their 5th foul, Gabby Delarue is now has to be removed from the game as Curran Stevens comes in for the last 4 seconds of tonight's game. Horbert's free throw is no good. Hannah Wilson got the rebound. 2 seconds remaining. Stock. That shot will not come before the end of tonight's game. That is the end. 58-43. The Francis Howell Central Spartans are able to win here against the Francis Howell North Knights. Gavin, that was the 4th loss of the season by the Knights. What went wrong for this Knights team?
Well, Dominic, really, what happened is the Knights just kind of fell apart towards the end. Just scoring went down. Defense kind of got tired there towards the end. Central just, fought hard on offense all day. But really, the big problem for today was North's turnovers at the beginning. The Knights really needed to limit their turnovers if they wanted to have a shot to winning, and they really needed to improve on their defense.
You're right about that, Gavin. The turnovers just sank that Knights offense in the first half and almost gave them no chance of coming out of the hole in the second. The final score, 58-43. The Spartans are victorious, getting their 4th win in a row, 5th on the season, as they are 5-1, while the Knights dropped to a record of 0-4. My name is Dominic Osher with Gavin Anderson. Stick around for the varsity boys basketball game against the Howell Central Spartans.
We got that crazy audio hum out of there, man. It was such a booger, but that was good. Feel good about it? Good.
I forgot to say this, the boys game, I might have to do that for the
JV team, it came right down to the wire. They were they pulled within 2 with a minute left or something like that, and they just couldn't get it done. Okay. Put the time on you. Just add 18 minutes from now, so 7:10. Just so people know. Or this is where you just stop and then. But the time's just as easy. Hey, good graphic.
bench of the Spartans is arguing for possession in favor of Francis Howell Central, as they think it took a deflection off of Austin Hopple, but that did not happen. Here's Charles Brooks. Brooks driving to the hoop, plays it out wide to a wide open Max Smollett for 3, and that is no good. Kyle Anderson gets the rebound. 35 seconds now remaining here in the first quarter. Here's number 3, Jordan Hayden. Now Anderson. Anderson plays it in, looking for number 4, Miles Estrada, but that pass was deflected off of a Francis Howell North Knight, and with 28 seconds remaining, the Spartans will have the ball. Anderson plays it into a wide open number 5, Taryn Robinson, who misses the 3. Here's Justin Matthews-Williams, and he'll take his sweet, jolly old time here with under 20 seconds now remaining. He's defended by Taryn Robinson. Here's Miles Montgomery, now under 10 seconds remaining. Now 7, almost turns it over, but Matthews-Williams is able to gain possession. See what the call is. Looks like a foul called against Howell Central with 4 seconds remaining. The Knights will have to inbound the ball quickly here and try and hope to get a last second shot here in the opening quarter. Montgomery plays it to Justin Matthews-Williams, under 4 seconds now. 2, the buzzer beater attempt by Williams is no good, in and out. He was falling down. If that would have gone in, it would have been ESPN top 10, but it doesn't go in. And the score at the end of the first quarter is a good one. We are knotted at 15 after the first 8 minutes of tonight's game. All right, Gavin, as we're here in between the first and second quarters, what did you see in that first opening 8 minutes?
Well, Dominic, what I did see is a lot of, fast-paced offense from both sides of the court. Central and North both wanting this game really bad, as they are, big rivals. And as you said earlier, the Knights have only won 1 game, haven't won at home. So the Knights are really looking to win here at the first quarter. So what I've really seen is, good defense, good offense from both sides, and it's just been a well-played game on both sides, offensively and defensively.
All right, Gavin, and to try to get this offense continuing to stay hot, who do you think should get the ball on that Knights offense?
We'll definitely give it to Justin Matthews-Williams, as he has scored the most points this year so far with 108 points, and he has, as before the game, he was just awarded with 1,000 points in his high school career, which is just outstanding as a high school player.
Really is a remarkable feat, Gavin, as that shot is no good by Miles Montgomery. Matthews-Williams is no doubt heading to the college level, where he'll continue his game at one Division I team. Hopple with the turnover force there, and he plays it back. No, he fakes that, and he goes in for the layup, and he's fouled on the way up, and he's heading to the line for an attempt of 2. Hopple's first attempt from the line is short. And the score remains knotted at 15, looking for their first lead since the first quarter. Hopple's second is good. Anthony Hopple has made 11 of 18 free throws, will now make it 12 of 20. Caleb Anderson takes possession, who's averaging 9.6 points per game. Here's Estrada going against Miles Montgomery. Estrada plays it to number 50. That was Colin Hepworth, the intended receiver, but that did not work out for Howell Central, and it's a foul called against them. And Drew Kilmer will inbound the ball for the Howell North Knights. Miles Montgomery takes possession right around midcourt and plays it to Austin Hopple, waiting for a couple of guys to open up, and he fakes the pass to Drew Kilmer. Setting the screen is Justin Matthews-Williams, and here's Montgomery, fades back, attempts the jumper, but he traveled, and that's possession now for Francis Howell Central with just about 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here's Caleb Anderson going against Miles Montgomery. Now Robinson. Robinson going against Hopple. Hopple on defense has been strong this year as he leads the team, or is one of the leaders in the team in steals with 4. Miles Estrada hit the 2-pointer there to make it a 17-16 Spartans lead. Here's Hopple. Hopple waiting for a couple options open. Here's Drew Kilmer. The senior plays it out wide to Miles Montgomery, who attempts the 3. That is wide and off the rim, and now possession for Francis Howell Central. Number 22, Adam Lewis, can hit his first playing time in the game, finds Estrada. Estrada going for the layup, and that's good. The last 4 points by the Spartans have been scored by Miles Estrada. 19-16 now with 6 minutes remaining here in the opening half of the first home game of the season for Francis Howell North. And Justin Matthews Williams bolted through the defense there, but he was tripped on the way, and it's a foul call against Howell Central. He's headed to the line. What makes Justin Matthews Williams such a hard attacker to defend is his agility and his long-range ability. He's poses as a threat from deep and from inside, and as he showed there, he can get through any set of defenders, no matter how many set on him. First free throw is good by Matthews Williams. Trying to make it a 1-point game here on his second attempt from the line. The Spartans crowd makes some noise, and it works. And over the back foul call there against number 11, Austin Hopple, in possession now in favor of Francis Howell Central with under 6 minutes to play. Checking in for the first time tonight is number 15, junior Drew Shear. Kyle Anderson defended by Max Smallwood. Smallwood tried to get the pass, but he is unable to do it. Here's Robinson. Robinson tries the jumper, and that is no good. And the rebound gathered by Drew Shear, who just came on and gets the rebound. And what a pass there, and that is Charles Brooks, who is going to get the 2 points anyway. They're going to call goaltending against the Spartans, and it is now a 19-all with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Spartans fans aren't too happy about that, but, you know, that's the rule. 19-all as Caleb Anderson takes possession. Wide open from deep is Robinson. That is no good, but the rebound is gathered by the tall Colin Hunter, who stands 6'2". Foul called against the Knights, and that is going to be Heffler heading to the line for Howell Central to try to give them a lead here in the second quarter. First free throw attempt is good from Heffler to make it a 20-19 Spartans lead. The second attempt is also good for Heffler and the Spartans. 21-19 now with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining as Justin Matthews Williams takes the ball across mid-court. Here's Matthews Williams. He's looking for a couple options, and Smallwood fell down, but he gets the ball anyway. Here's Drew Kilmer going against Estrada. Brooks with it now. And Kilmer regains possession, looking for Drew Shear. Shear almost played it in for Williams, but he changes his mind now. Here's Kilmer. Kilmer puts a big move there on Estrada, but Brooks with it now. Here's Drew Shear. Shear plays it to Williams. Williams comes on in and takes the 3. That is no good. Falling down again was Williams. But it's a rebound for Kyle Anderson and the Spartans. He plays it to Estrada. Estrada plays it to number 22. That is Adam Lewis getting on the board for the first time tonight, using his 6'4" size to his advantage. It is now 23-19. Drew Kilmer with it now. Here's Shear, puts a great move on the defender there, and he'll be heading to the line, it looks like. We'll see. It's a foul called against the Spartans. It's a shooting foul as Drew Shear will head to the line for the first time tonight, looking for his first points of tonight's game. Shear's first free throw is good, and checking back in for the Knights is number 11 Austin Hopple and number 0 Miles Montgomery. Shear trying to make it a 2-point game. Shear's free throw is no good, but Austin Hopple's able to get the rebound. Great job there by Hopple. Here's Matthews Williams, who plays it to a wide open Miles Montgomery, who fakes the three. Now Charles Brooks with it. Montgomery now with the ball with under 4 minutes to play. The Knights trailing by 3. Brooks plays it to Miles Montgomery. Montgomery finds Matthews Williams, who puts a move on his defender, but that layup falls short, and it's no good. And here comes Estrada. Estrada driving in on Drew Shear, but a great steal there by Miles Montgomery. Doesn't foul him and is able to poke that ball loose. Great job there by Montgomery. That is steal number 9 on the season for Montgomery, tying for second on the team with Drew Kilmer. And that shot is good by Charles Brooks, making it a 1-point game. 3 minutes now to play as Kyle Anderson passes it to number 14, Lorenzo Hayes. Now Robinson, now here's Anderson again. Anderson driving in on Williams, and one. Matthews Williams doesn't believe he did anything wrong, but the ref seems to disagree with that man, and he's heading to the line for an and one opportunity. Anderson's and one opportunity is no good, and the rebound gathered by Charles Brooks. And a foul called against Anderson. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, the Knights down by 3. All right, Gavin, as Charles Brooks heads to the line, they're going to make this a 2-point game, and he does. 25-23 now. With just 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the half, what have you seen so far from Francis Howell North?
I've seen a fast-paced offense, trying to hustle as he makes the second free throw to make it a 1-point game. It's just been a fast-paced game offensively, rushing down the court, trying to score as much as they possibly can. And, it's proven tonight as it is a 1-point game with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Kyle Anderson set to inbound this ball for Francis Howell Central. And that is blocked by Charles Brooks, but Estrada is able to gain possession, and he makes the layup. Knights were starting to head down the court because they thought they were about to get a possession, but that was simply not the truth. Here's Justin Matthews Williams, who plays it to Hopple. Hopple travels, and that is a huge turnover there by the Knights. A mistake they cannot afford, as number 31, Rizwan Hyder, checks in the game for number 15, Drew Shear. Hyder is a really strong defensive threat for Howell North, as he has 2 steals on the season. We'll see if he can make a difference here on this Howell Central's possession. He almost got the steal there, but Anderson's able to miss the layup, and Matthews Williams turns it over, and he gets the block. What a little duo there between Anderson and Justin Matthews Williams, and that'll be a foul called against Howell Central. And heading to the line is Stone Cold Justin Matthews Williams. 2 minutes remaining as the fans chant, "You got swatted," which Caleb Anderson will not want to hear it, but that is the truth. First one is good by Matthews Williams. If that surprises you, then you haven't been watching him this season. Checking in for Howell Central is number 00, Cameron Dent. Second free throw attempt by Matthews Williams is good. Cuts the Spartans lead to 1. 27-26 with now 2 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Trying to get a steal was Miles Montgomery, but he's called for the foul. Central had the ball with 1:55 now remaining. Second foul of the night so far for Miles Montgomery. Heading to the line is Cameron Dent, trying to make it a 2-point lead, and he does just that. 28-26 now in favor of Howell Central. Second attempt is no good, and Charles Brooks gets the rebound. Here's Justin Matthews-Williams with 1:50 now remaining. Williams puts a move on Anderson and tries the jumper, and that is going to fall short. Hobble going for the rebound. It's called for an over-the-back foul, and possession now in favor of Howell Central. Checking back in for the Knights is junior Drew Shear. Dent makes his first of 2 free throws. He was just at the line about 5 seconds ago, excuse me. Second one is good again by Dent, making it a 2-possession game, 30-26 with 1:45 remaining. Charles Brooks set to inbound the ball to Justin Matthews-Williams. On the court for FHN is Justin Matthews-Williams, Charles Brooks, Miles Montgomery, Rizwan Hyder, and Drew Shear. Montgomery with it now with 1:40. He finds Williams, who finds Drew Shear. Shear fakes the pass, looks for a couple options. He's double teamed. Matthews-Williams is wide open, and he plays a great ball out to Charles Brooks. He attempts the 2-pointer, and that is good. Fade away there against number 14, Lorenzo Hayes. 2-point game with 1:25 remaining. Caleb Anderson driving on Justin Matthews-Williams, and here is number 12, Spencer Allen, getting his first point time in the game. He finds number 50, that is Hepler, and that's a foul called against Howell North. Second trip to the line for Hepler with 1:12 remaining, trying to make it a 3-point game and then a 4-point game. First of 2 is no good, and checking in for the first Francis Howell North Knights is number 21, Derek Penny. Penny's a junior forward who has had a decent contribution, on the defense side of the ball, as he's got 1 steal on the season. Here comes Justin Matthews-Williams trying to cut the Spartans' lead to 2 or even none. Here's Drew Shear, plays all the way across to Miles Montgomery. Montgomery drives on in, and he lays it in. 55 seconds now remaining. It's a 1-point game in favor of Howell Central. Here comes Caleb Anderson. Anderson's going against Justin Matthews-Williams, who's seen the court the entire game so far, looking for the steal, and he gets it. Here comes Justin Matthews-Williams on the fast break, and he will lay it in. It's a Knights lead with 40 seconds remaining, 32-31 in favor of Howell North. Here comes Caleb Anderson, great job there, by Justin Matthews-Williams getting the steal, and he's trying to get another one, and he does. But they turn it over immediately, and here's Hepler, and he makes the layup. We're seeing some great basketball tonight as we have under 20 seconds now remaining. Justin Matthews-Williams plays it to Miles Montgomery. He plays it all the way back to Justin Matthews-Williams, under 10 seconds now remaining. Montgomery gets it again. Montgomery drives on in, going for the hoop, and that is good. What a move there by Montgomery. 1 second now remaining. The full court shot is no good, and what an end to the exciting first half. The Knights, in their first home game this season, lead the 3-2 Francis Howell Central Spartans by a score of 34-33. We're hoping to see some of the similar action here in this second half, but Gavin, we saw a really good offensive display by the Knights in that first half. Who stood out to you on the Knights side of the ball?
Well, Dominic, really, Justin Matthews-Williams stood out. He just fast break every single time he had the ball. Nice steal there at the end to give the Knights lead, and just to keep that fast-paced offense going. Really everybody has stood out. It's just been a great first half. That's probably one of the most exciting first halves I've ever seen in basketball.
It was good, Gavin, and we are going into half now. The Knights up by 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your varsity nightline dance team. They're here to dance for your halftime entertainment and wish you a very happy holiday season. Take it away, Nightline.
and welcome back to tonight's varsity boys basketball matchup between the Francis Howell Central Spartans and the Francis Howell North Knights. At the start of the second half, the Francis Howell North Knights are leading 34-33 over the Francis Howell Central Spartans. Dominic, what did you see in this first half that stood out to you?
Well, Gavin, I saw two really strong offenses on both sides of the ball. Justin Matthews-Williams, Miles Montgomery for the Knights. On the other side, as he just makes a three-pointer, Teron Robinson and Caleb Anderson. Really strong offense on both sides. We'll see if they can keep it up here in the second half.
As Kilmer now has the ball, passes this to Miles Montgomery. Miles goes in, and it's turned over, but Miles Montgomery does get it back and passes it to number 13, Kilmer, as it is turned over, and it is made by Miles Estrada, as it is 38-34. And the three ball by Matthews-Williams comes up short, rebound by number 30, Anderson, up for three, and is made by number 30, Caleb Anderson. And that is a timeout called by the Knights.
Gavin, through 1 minute of play, this Knights team does not look like the same team that was in that first half. They're turning the ball over, and they're kind of struggling on defense. There's been a couple wide open threes by Teron Robinson and just there by Caleb Anderson. The Knights looked really strong and formidable in that first half, but if they can't cut these turnovers down and start playing more shutdown defense in the second half, then this game might slip away from them. But we'll see if they can get back to the offensive stride in the first half, cut down those turnovers, and carry on here in their first home game of the season.
And as they are coming out of the timeout, it is 41 Central, 34 Knights, as it looks like it's going to be a throw-in by number 13, Drew Kilmer. And there's something going on here between the two benches. Dominic, the benches have been loud all game. How do you think that affects this game?
I think it has a huge effect on this game, Gavin, as it gives the players a little bit of added energy and a little bit of more excitement in playing this game. It's their first home game of the season, so the crowd is usually going to be bigger than most of them, and it really has been an electric atmosphere tonight. And we've seen it affect the game by the fast play of both teams.
Yeah, Dominic, that is definitely helped the game as it is stolen by number 1, Justin Matthews Jr. goes up and makes that 2 points. And as it is now going back Central's way with number 30, and Caleb Anderson has the ball, passes it as it is stolen by number 13, Drew Kilmer, and is put in by Justin Matthews-Williams. Spartans goes down the court again, passes it to number 5, Teron Robinson, and that looks like to be a foul on number 25, Charles Brooks.
Gavin, Teron Robinson was a huge problem for this Knights defense all first half. He was getting open on threes. He was creating separation among the defenders and also driving to the hoop, forcing fouls, and heading to the line and making his free throws. The Knights will have to try to start playing a little bit better matchups on him and try to limit him on the offensive side of the ball.
As Robinson makes the first of 2 shots today. And as he goes up for his second shot, it is made 2 for 2, that opportunity, as Justin Matthews-Williams dribbles the ball down the court, looking for somebody to pass it to, passes it to number 13, Kilmer. Kilmer passes to 0, Miles Montgomery. Montgomery looking for some, passes back to Kilmer. Kilmer goes up, passes it to Charles Brooks, and Charles Brooks just misses it off the rim, and it's taken up back by Central. Fast break, but that is thrown out of bounds by number 30, Caleb Anderson.
So far in this second half, the Spartans have played excellent defense in the opening couple of minutes, And when the Knights get wide open looks like Brooks had on that last possession, they have to take advantage. Even though Spartans weren't able to do anything on their next possession, they have to try to do something when they get wide open looks.
Yes, and Miles Montgomery tries to go in the paint and shoot, but he comes up just short. Passes in by Spartans. Number 30, Anderson, is dribbling it downfield. Passes it to number 5, Teron Robinson. Passes it back to number 23, Tyree Coleman, as that is a foul. Looks like on the Knights. And it's another foul by number 25, Charles Brooks, my bad. As Coleman takes his first shot, makes his first shot. And it looks like Charles Brooks is coming out, and number 35, John Geraltz, is coming in to replace him. And number 50, Colin Helpler, comes in for the Spartans.
Gavin, one of the biggest problems so far for the Knights in the second half has been their discipline. They've been sending way too many Spartans to the line, and that substitution of Geraltz could try to be something to try to help the discipline of the team, as Geraltz only has 1 foul on the year.
Yes, he does, and it looks like number 11, Hopple, is trying to look for somebody. Passes it to Montgomery, passes it to Matthews Williams, and passes it to Kilmer, as Kilmer tries to make it, and it does not happen. And it looks like it will be out of bounds on the North Knights, and it's going to be a throw-in for number 50, Colin Helpler. Passes it to number 30, Caleb Anderson, dribbles it down the court, passes it to number 5, Robinson. Looking for somebody, passes it back to number 23, Tyreek Coleman. There's a three-pointer by number 4, Miles Estrada, and is made by number 5, Tyron Robinson.
Great aggressive play there by the Spartans, Gavin, as they've been attacking the rim every time a shot goes up. If it doesn't go in, they're most likely going to get that rebound, something they've done really well here in the second half.
Yes, as that is taken back down court by the Spartans. Number 5, Robinson shoots for 3, misses it, gets his own rebound, and passes it to number 30. 23, Tyree Coleman. And Max Smallwood is now coming into the game for the Francetown North Knights. Pass in by Matthews Williams to number 0, Miles Montgomery. Montgomery passes it to number 11, Anthony Hopple, as he passes it back to Miles Montgomery to Smallwood. And now number 11, Anthony Hopple, shoots for 3, misses it, passes to 35, John Geraltz, as he makes that to make it a 46-40 game. Spartans leading with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left, as that is a timeout by the Central Spartans.
Gavin, earlier we talked about how John Geraltz is really undisciplined as a player, but also he's a really efficient shooter. He's made 50% of his shots, and he takes really good shot selection, and he did it there again, getting 2 points for the Knights as they trail by 6 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
And as we're getting ready to start play, every night at a basketball game, they have theme nights for their team. And today's theme is Christmas, as you see everybody wearing Christmas stuff as we are getting ready to start play again with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Yeah, Gavin, we see a lot of festive fans out here. We even have a couple of Santa Clauses in the house tonight over in the Howell Central fan base, while we have some nice little suits over in the Howell North side of the crowd.
That's right, Dominic, as it is passed to number 4, Miles Estrada as it's thrown up and misses, and Miles Montgomery tries to get the rebound but is knocked out by number 30, Caleb Anderson. It is going to be thrown in on the North by the Howell North Knights. Justin Matthews-Williams passes it to Miles Montgomery as Miles Montgomery passes it back, and they keep on passing it back to each other as John Giltz tries to make it and misses. Howell Central going downfield. It looks like it's going to be a foul on number 35, John Giltz. As number 23, Tyreek Coleman goes to the line to shoot two.
Gavin, we didn't really see much of Tyreek Coleman in the first half, but here in the third quarter rather, he has been all over the court for the Spartans as he misses that first free throw. He has been getting to the line and making a lot of mistakes forced on this night's defense, so they can try to keep him involved as he attempts his second free throw.
As he misses his second free throw and is picked up by Gerald, who passes it to Matthews-Williams, which Matthews-Williams shoots it and makes it to make it a 46-42 game with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left of the game. Central goes back to the line and is made by number 5, Teron Robinson, who puts some moves on as North Knights are coming down the field. Number 0, Miles Montgomery has it, passes it to Matthews-Williams. Matthews-Williams shoots up for 2 again and just barely misses as number 11, Hoffel, gets the rebound. He shoots and just short, and rebound by the Spartans.
It looks like Hoppel had a wide open Max Smallwood there, Gavin, but he went for the shot anyway and it was no good. Probably should have weighed his options a little bit better, and probably should have given that ball to Max Smallwood, but Hoppel is here and he lays it in. But no, it's a charging against Hoppel and the Knights, and that about sums up this third quarter so far for Francis Howell North.
That is going to be a big foul against the Knights, as that was 2 points right there. But Hoppel is charged with the charging call. As there's 1 minute and 43 seconds left to play in this game, or in this third quarter. Passes it to number 4, Miles Estrada, who passes it to the number 30, Caleb Anderson, passes it back to Estrada. Estrada back, and it is passed by Spartans, but it is taken by Justin Matthews-Williams, who shoots it to make it a 4-point game with 1 minute and 10 seconds left of this quarter. As Anderson has the ball, passes it to Estrada, who shoots a 3 and misses, and it looks like it is going to be a foul on the Knights. Looks like over the back. Matthews-Williams getting ready to pass the ball in for the Knights. Passes it to Miles Montgomery, passes it back to Matthews-Williams, who is taking it up court. Passes it to Max Smallwood, who passes it back to Matthews-Williams, to Miles Montgomery, to Max Smallwood. Max Smallwood looking for somebody, passes it back to Miles Montgomery. Montgomery looking for somebody as there's 33 seconds left of this game. They got to get a shot off here soon. Miles Montgomery trying to talk to his team, trying to get some going here. Looking for somebody to pass it to, passes it to Max Smallwood as there's 17 seconds left. Back to Miles Montgomery as there's 13 seconds left. They're trying to look for a shot. Back to Matthews-Williams as there's now 7 seconds left. Matthews-Williams goes downfield, and it looks like there is a foul on the Spartans, which will be 2 free throws for the Knights.
Really good design there by the Knights, Gavin. They were waiting for someone to get open. No one did. So what do? They call a little pick play there with John Girls. He sets a perfect screen for Justin Matthews-Williams, who, of course, is going to get past that defender, and he was able to get to the line here for the Knights.
As Matthews-Williams misses that first shot, looking to make the second shot as it is 48-44, Central Spartans with 5 seconds left of this game. He shoots it and makes it to make it a 48-44 game as the Central is hustling it quick downfield. Shot by number 5, Tyron Robinson, but misses it for the buzzer as at the end of the third quarter, it is Francis Howell Central 48, Francis Howell North 45. So Dominic, what do you think that the Francis Howell North coaches are telling their players at this point right now?
Well, Gavin, I think Coach Wright and Coach Davis is instructing their players to say, hey, even though we're trailing this game, we are not out of it. It's only a 3-point game, and we still have 8 minutes. Even though their third quarter was a little bit of a drop-off from their opening 2 quarters, they were still playing solid defense and were still shooting the ball well. They could be a little bit more efficient and could try to be a little bit better in terms of turnovers, but it was still a decent quarter for the Knights. And if they could try to be a little bit more efficient with the ball and a little bit more efficient with the shot selection, they could try to come back and erase this 3-point deficit and get their first win of the season and their first home game of the season. Excuse me, it would be their second win of the season.
And it's going to be a throw-in by Max Smallwood on the Francis Howell North Knights as he passes it to number 0, Miles Montgomery, as we start the fourth quarter, as it is 48 Central, 45 North. Max Smallwood, 4-3 to tie the game, and he drills it! Max Smallwood ties the game with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. Number 5, Teron Robinson for Central, passes it to number 4, Miles Estrada, misses it, and it looks like it is going to be rebounded by Central. Passes it to number 30, Caleb Anderson, as he shoots and makes it by Teron Robinson as number 1. Matthews Williams passes the ball, and now Miles Montgomery has the ball, looking to help his offense set up something as he passes it to Matthews Williams. Matthews Williams goes up for a layup and just barely misses it, rebounded by number 5, Teron Robinson. And there's going to be a foul called. It looks like it's going to be against the Spartans.
Yeah, it looks like he might have stepped out of play there, Gavin. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it looked like. As Justin Matthews Williams will take possession of the ball with under 7 minutes remaining.
And Matthews Williams looking to pass it, passes it to Miles Montgomery, who is once again trying to find something. Passes it to Max Smallwood. Max Smallwood up for 3 again to tie it, and it goes in and out. Just barely misses the ball as Central is forcing the ball downfield, making shots.
That was an unlucky bounce there for the Knights, Gavin, and really, as that ball goes out of play for a turnover, Max Smallwood, even though that shot went in and out, he is looking much better in this second half, or this fourth quarter, than he did in that third quarter. And they might want to give him the ball a little bit more and try to keep this offense rolling, as they're now down by 5.
Yes, with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to play, as in number 4, Miles Estrada has the ball, passes it to Caleb Anderson. Anderson holds the ball, passes it back to Estrada, who looks for somebody to pass it to, passes it back to Anderson. Anderson passes it to number 5, Tyron Robinson, who passes it back to Estrada. And it looks like it is going to be a foul against Central. My bad, it looks like it's going to be a foul on Miles Montgomery, as it is going to be a throw-in for Central. As that is made, and number 1, Matthew Williams, takes it down the field. The Knights are trying to look for some to work their way, as it is 57-48 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. And it looks like it is going to be a foul against number 5, Teron Robinson.
Going into that foul there, Gavin, the Spartans are starting to build a little bit of momentum here in the fourth quarter as they're on a 7-0 run and as they have a 9-point lead. But trying to get the offense back on track for the Knights is their home fan base, and they are making some more noise than they have earlier in the game to try and get this offense jump-started here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and number 14, Lorenzo Hayes, does come in for the Central Spartans, and it looks like that is going to be a foul on Central, which is going to be 2 free throws. Number 5, Teron Robinson, called for that foul as Miles Montgomery goes to the line to shoot 2. He shoots his first and makes it, and it is now 57-49 Central lead. As number 22, Adam Lewis, comes into the game for number 5, Teron Robinson. Miles sets up for a second shot, shoots it, and makes a second shot to make it a 7-point game with 5:08 left to play. As number 30, Anderson, has it. It looks like it is going to be a timeout for Howell Central, as maybe their coach looks to, get their players in, one piece. So, Dominic, what do the North Knights have to do to come back and win this game?
All right, Gavin, Howell North, they got to try and take more efficient shots. They've attempted some little bit, let's say, less than optimal shots so far in this fourth quarter, and they've also had some turnover issues. If they could try to play the ball a bit more, find the open man, try to create some more space maybe through screens from maybe number 11, Hoppel, or another one of the big men on the team. They can try to create more open looks, more efficient shots, and less turnovers.
As it looks like the Howell North is trying to double team the offensive Spartans, try to get some going on their side, as it looks like it is going to be a foul on North, and it is going to be a throw-in by number 4, Miles Estrada. Estrada passes it to number 22, Adam Lewis, who goes back to Anderson, goes back to Estrada, who shoots a 3 and misses it, and it looks like it is going to go to the Howell North Knights. As that call was against Adam Lewis of the Central Spartans. Number 1, Justin Matthew Williams, passes it to Miles Montgomery, who now takes the ball down the court. Passes it back to Matthews Williams, who passes it to Max Smallwood. Smallwood back to Matthew Williams, who is back to Max Smallwood, and passes it to Hoppel. And Hoppel goes down, looks for a shot, gets nothing, and is picked up again, but it looks like it is going to go to the Howell North Knights. Throw into number 0, Miles Montgomery. Montgomery passes midfield, looks for somebody to pass it to, passes it to Hoppel. Hoppel looks for somebody, passes it to Montgomery. Montgomery dribbles it. There's a screen there by Charles Brooks, but it is unsuccessful. Passes it to Max Smallwood. Smallwood back to number 0, Miles Montgomery, who passes it to Charles Brooks, who is going to be fouled, it looks like, by number 4, number 14, Lorenzo Hayes, as Charles Brooks is going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left, trailing by 7.
Yeah, Gavin, as Brooks attempts his first free throw and he makes it, we saw a lot of him in the opening 2 quarters of this game, but so far in the second half, not really that much. The Knights need to get him more involved in this offense. He was making a majority of his shots and taking efficient shots as well, as the second one hits the rim.
as number 30 Anderson passes it back to number 4 Estrada, who passes it to 23 Tyree Coleman, who makes the shot, and number 11 Hopel is passing it. He's going down the field, passes it to Charles Brooks, who passes it to Matthews Williams as he looks for a man open, gets a screen, doesn't really work there, and is trying to, as he goes for the shot and just barely misses it. Rebounds by Max Smallwood, who passes it to Miles Montgomery, back to Hopel, and he goes in for the shot and makes it. It looked like there was possibly a foul, but no foul called as he makes 2, as it is now 59-53 with 3 minutes left to play. Number 30 Anderson passes it back to number 14 Hayes, and it looks like that is going to be a foul against the North Knights.
First one is good there by Lorenzo Hayes, and as he makes the first of 2 free throws to make it a 60-53 game. The second attempt by Hayes is also good, making it an 8-point game.
As number 11 Hopel goes down the field, looks for somebody open, passes it to Max Smallwood, as Max Smallwood shoots for a 3, misses, picked up by Matthews Williams, who shoots it, and it looks like it is going to be a foul against Central, and it is going to be 2 free throws for Justin Matthews Williams.
First attempt by Williams is good, cutting it to a 7-point Spartans lead. We haven't really seen that many substitutions here in this fourth quarter, Gavin, and I think the Knights are trying to stick with a similar starting 5 as they've had almost all night, except for Charles Brooks and John Geralt. As that one goes in as well, Matthews Williams makes the both. It is now a 6-point game as Caleb Anderson takes possession of the ball right around the midline. That's a great play there by Max Smallwood. He lays it in. 61-57 now with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the game. Max Smallwood with a huge defensive play there for the Knights. Here's Caleb Anderson defended by Miles Montgomery. Montgomery playing nice man-to-man defense here on Anderson, but he lets him go right by, and it's a foul called against Montgomery with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. The Spartans will have possession. Looks like that is number 4, Miles Estrada, that will inbound it. Nope, excuse me, they're heading to the line as they're now in bonus, and that is Caleb Anderson, who will be taking the 2 free throw attempts for Howell Central. Nice, Faithful trying to make some noise to try to distract the free throw shooter, but that does not have any effect on Anderson as he makes his first. Second one is good. Anderson converts both and shushes the crowd on his way back to the defensive side of the ball. Here's Matthews Williams, who calls Miles Montgomery over. And here's a screen by John Geralt. Matthews Williams trying to get past the defender, and he picks up the shot, and it's good. Joseph Matthews Williams shows why he's such a dangerous attacker, and is now 63-59 with under 2 minutes to play now. Wide open was Miles Estrada. He drives on him, but it's a foul call against Max Smallwood, and heading to the line is Estrada. 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining as junior Drew Shear gets set to come back into this game.
As it is a 4-point game, these shots are crucial in this game. What do the North Knights have to do in order to limit their fouls and win this game?
Well, Gavin, they have to play a little bit more conservative defense. They can't continue playing this aggressive. I know the time is starting to run out, but you still have 1 minute and 43 seconds. You don't have to go for the steal every single time. Try to play a little more conservative and don't allow any wide open shots. Second one is good there by Estrada. He converts both. We've seen some really good free throw shooting tonight, and especially in this fourth quarter, especially with the game on the line. 65-59 with a minute and 30 left. It's a huge turnover. Here comes Caleb Anderson. Anderson lays it in, and it is now an 8-point game with a minute and 28 remaining. Here comes Montgomery facing Anderson. He puts a spin move and puts it up and in. 6-point game. Nice trailing. Max Fallon almost gets a turnover there, and they pass it up court. Here's Estrada driving on in on Drew Shear, and Drew Shear with a big block there for Howell North. The Spartans wanted a foul, not happening. Here comes Drew Shear with a minute left. Now Austin Hoppel. Hoppel looks for a couple options, but he tries to get Joseph Matthew Williams, but it's a turnover. And that is laid in by number 23, Tyreek Coleman. What a play there by the junior. Excuse me. Here comes Matthews Williams driving in on Coleman, and he is heading to the line. That turnover was crucial, and that is Tyreek Coleman forcing it for Francis Howell Central and then laying it in. Huge job, well done there by him. Here comes Matthews Williams trying to make it a 6-point game. He hits his first. Before the second one can be attempted, the Howell Central Spartans called a timeout with 45 seconds remaining. The score 69-62 in favor of the 3-2 Spartans. All right, Gavin, as we're in this timeout, in the crucial stages of this game, what is Coach Davis telling his troops in the huddle?
Well, Dominic, you would probably, if I was coach, I would definitely be telling them that you need to, you need man-to-man defense, but you also need to make your shots and really got to limit the fouls here. You cannot cause too many fouls as we have 45 seconds left. So really limit the fouls, but play good defense, and you got to just make the crucial shots. You cannot be missing shots.
You're exactly right there, Gavin. They have to make almost everything from here on out. It's an unfair thing to ask, but with just 45 seconds remaining against a team like this Howell Central Spartans team that is really successful on the offensive side of the ball, they have to convert nearly everything they're going to attempt. 45 seconds remaining as they come out of the timeout. We're set up for a close one here in the first home game of the season for the Francis Howell North Knights.
As it looks like Justin Matthews Williams is getting ready to take his other free throw.
And Matthews Williams is unable to make the second one. A huge miss there. And Robinson looking for Estrada, but the pass gets to him anyway. Number 14, Lorenzo Hayes with it now, and that ball is what looked to be blocked, but instead it's a foul called against number 11 for the Knights, Anthony Hoppel. Heading to the line is Hayes with 31 seconds left. These are some huge free throws to try to put this game out of reach. First one is no good from Hayes. Trying to make this an 8-point Howell Central lead. Second one is good, 70-62 with 30 seconds now remaining. Here comes Justin Matthews Williams. Williams driving to the hoop and takes the shot, and it does not fall. And it looks like the Spartans are able to gain possession with Anderson. Anderson is pulled back by Miles Montgomery. And it looks like that is Anthony Hoppel who remains on the ground for Howell North. as Howell's able to get off the court. Gavin, during an injury like that, how can the Knights try to stay focused and not lose their focus in a situation like this?
Well, Dominic, really, they just can't think about this injury, as it is unfortunate, but they still got to, put pressure on defense and attack on offense. They really are letting these fouls get to them, but there is 20 seconds left, and they're losing by 8. So really, you got to attack on offense. Can't really miss too many more shots if they want a shot at winning this.
First one is no good from Caleb Anderson. Second one is good. Now a 9-point Howell Central lead as Drew Kilmer checks back into the game. Puts a move on Anderson. Here's Justin Matthews Williams heading for 3. That is no good. And Anderson's able to get the rebound. That became a huge problem for this Howell North Knights team. Shots would just stop falling for their superstar, Justin Matthews Williams. And that will do it. The Howell North Knights dropped their first home game of the season to Howell Central by a score of 71-62. The Howell Central Spartans improved to a record of 4-2 on the year, while the Howell North Knights dropped to 1-4. The Howell Central Spartans are now 4-2, as we just mentioned, Gavin, and depending on Francis Howell High School's next result, they could be in first in the GAC South by tomorrow. Howell North, on the other hand, will be stuck in last place in the division at 1-4. Stay tuned for a stand-up interview by me, Dominic Kosher, and Gavin Anderson here in the next couple of minutes.
more comfortable staying here, but if you want to stand right here, we can. It's you. We can move the direction you want to stand off. If I ask you how the atmosphere was.
Hello, welcome back to the live stream. My name is Dominic Osher with Gavin Anderson with me. Gavin, in their first home game of the season, we saw a sold-out crowd for Howell North. The student sections were packed, both for the Howell North Knights and the Howell Central Spartans. What kind of effect did that atmosphere have on the game itself?
Well, Dominic, the atmosphere itself was amazing. Student section loud all game. You couldn't hear anything. And really, I think that just motivated the players even more to, you know, just fight, try to get the win. Unfortunately for the Knights, it did not happen today.
You're right, as the Knights lost by a score of 71-62, that dropped them to a 1-4 record on the season, Gavin. But it wasn't all negative for the team. In the first half, they ended the half with a 34-33 lead. They were really strong on both sides of the ball. And at the end of the game, it might have fallen a little bit away from them, but they were still positives. What are some of those positives, Gavin, and what did you like from this Howell North Knights team?
Dominic, what I really liked is, you know, their offense. They just kept on pushing all game, making threes when they needed to, never really gave up. They didn't miss too many shots except towards the end of the game, but really all in all, you know, strong, you know, fought hard all game. But Dominic, they did fall apart, you know, kind of towards the end of the game. What happened there?
Well, Gavin, they started playing a little bit more undisciplined basketball. They started having a little bit more fouls, and they were having foul trouble, and then they had some turnover issues. In the very final stages of the game, they were turning over the ball with Max Smallwood and a couple others. They needed to try to stay a little bit more composed and a little bit more calmer in that situation to try and limit the turnovers and try to get more open looks, because they really didn't develop any open opportunities at the end of that game. Justin Matthews-Williams had a couple of iffy shots, selections, but overall it was a good game for the Knights. They lost to a really good Howell Central Spartans team that has a chance of going first in the division. All right, so Gavin, next game is December 27th during winter break against Chaminade. What did the Knights need to improve on to try to get their second win of the season?
Well, Dominic, they really need to limit their fouls. Fouls were an issue late in the game, but other than that, I didn't really see too many things that were bad necessarily. Maybe limit the turnovers as well, but really just they need to make, you know, more shots. They need to talk to each other more on offense, figure out, you know, how they're going to attack on defense as well. Other than that, you know, really I think they could win against Chaminade.
You're right, Gavin. If they can start to talk a little bit more and get a little bit more organized, there's a lot of talent on this team between Justin Matthews-Williams, Miles Montgomery, among others. They can go really far this season. My name was Dominic Osher with Gavin Anderson, bringing you tonight's action on FHN Today with Lily Schonheimer and Will Skaggs on the camera, and Alyssa Barber and Tyler Rogers working the score, along with Maddie Chanel being our producer. Once again, this is Dominic Osher, bringing you tonight's action on FHN Today. Thank you for tuning in.